Hello, my name is Laura Friedman and I'll be presenting the results of a research paper assignment for business intelligence systems available today. Hello, my name is Laura Friedman and I'll be presenting the results of a business intelligence systems available today research assignment to fulfill the requirements for CIT381, which is a course offered at BYU-Idaho. Business intelligence systems enable companies to stay on top of data and information. They empower companies to make informed decisions. They more accurately impact profit and loss. And you can utilize custom dashboards to provide enhanced data visualization. Knowing the right business intelligence system to choose is as critical as actually using it. There are well over 50 top business intelligence tools available, and that's according to just one article, 54 top business intelligence tools. There are other articles that offer separate lists, so there's a plethora of tools out there available. They range from free for personal use to free 30-day trials to immediate cost to use, meaning you can't use it unless you pay for it. Two top tools that I reviewed were Microsoft Power BI and Tableau. Both can start off on the individual user end and scale up to a full data warehouse solution. Let's start with Microsoft Power BI. The desktop version is free. Online collaboration is only possible through the paid version. So you can use it for free, but if you want to collaborate with anyone else, you have to pay for it. It requires 772 meg of hard drive space, but it does not interfere or slow down other resource-intensive applications like Word, Outlook, or Excel. I was able to run many applications at the same time on my computer without degrading performance. There's lots of free online training resources, and you can get started quickly. So for Microsoft Power BI, with complexity comes power. When you're loading source data in Microsoft Power BI, only the first 200 rows are displayed, and this prevents taking the time to load data that you may not use in your specific project. So you can see an example of when you're loading source data, what that looks like. The sample dashboard, it's more complex in customization, it's more complex customization panel and menus, meaning all the menu options on the right side of the screen and across the top, they can get pretty confusing and complex, but they're consistent with other Microsoft Office products. So if you're familiar with other Office products, it leads to a quick learning curve with Microsoft Power BI. Here's some sample bar charts. Everything in Microsoft Power BI is customizable, including the background colors for each element. And data labels, when you use them, are displayed next to the bars. They're readable and they are not obscured by chart colors. There's several products I started to look at, but the moment you added data labels, it would embed it inside the chart and it just became very hard to read. With Power BI, that's not the case. Tableau, the desktop version, is free for 30 days. Online collaboration is only possible through a paid version again. And it requires in my opinion, a whopping 1.75 gigabytes of hard drive space. Additionally, it interferes with or slows down other resource-intensive applications like Word, Outlook, or Excel. The online training resources required signing up on websites, which means I have to provide personal information in order to be trained, or you can pay for training. I gave additional information on the Tableau installation because I found it to be prohibitive in terms of choosing it as a solution for me. It doesn't eliminate it as a product for everyone, but this particular aspect of it really was a negative for me, at least on the personal desktop version. So it took over 20 minutes to complete, It installed additional peripheral programs that were not optional. It actually caused memory errors on my computer, even with my having 16 gig of RAM. And I was forced to uninstall it immediately after completing the review. So this shows you the additional programs that were installed with Tableau. Loading source data, when you're reading source data, the headers are shown first. So it loads quickly, and then once you decide this is the data that I want in my dashboard, it'll import all the data quickly, and then you can easily remove or reorder the columns with drag and drop before you complete the import. Before you finalize the import, I should say. Tableau's sample dashboard, as you can see, it looks a little bit different than the Power BI. It's easy and intuitive drag and drop functionality. You can create visualizations on separate sheets. So when you're looking at this particular slide, the map is one visualization, and then the bubble chart is another visualization, and then the bar chart on the bottom is another visualization. Each one of those visualizations is on a separate sheet, and you can create a dashboard by dragging sheets onto the dashboard. So the sheets are listed on the left side, and you can drag them right into the dashboard. The only issue I found with this aspect of the product was that reformatting and resizing specific dashboard items was difficult. Here's a sample bar chart in, actually it should say Tableau. So a sample bar chart in Tableau, 2 rows above the chart with the green data fields are drag and drop. You can easily change the x-axis and the y-axis items by dragging from one to the other. So you can drag something from, if you're looking at the top of this image that's in the slide, you can drag the green fields that are in the rows, drag them up to columns, or you can drag columns down to rows, and it'll completely change how the chart looks. Here's an overall comparison chart with some other aspects that weren't covered in the presentation up to this point. When you're looking at this comparison chart, neither product is eliminated through this comparison. Both products have their strengths and their weaknesses. As you can see, Tableau's been around since 2003. Power BI's been here since 2013. However, with Power BI, they're ramping up quickly to have extensive functionality to meet or exceed Tableau. That is their goal. It's a slight difference in the price per user per month. Not enough to make Tableau cost prohibitive, though. Summary, it comes down to preference. The 3 deal breakers of cost, licensing, and functionality are divided among the products. Total projected cost for an in-house solution goes to Power BI, because if you implement a full in-house data warehousing solution, it is not as expensive as Tableau. Both products are licensed monthly, with Power BI being lower. And then functionality unquestionably goes to Tableau, but a lot of my research found that even though Tableau has more functionality, a lot of the functionality it has isn't even being used by most of its users. So if you don't need the functionality or you don't use it, why would you need to pay it or have that added overhead of a larger system installed in your computer? Both products are solid in performance. However, the desktop version of Tableau, as I said, may cause performance problems on your computer. The biggest point to make is that before you choose a product, if you're looking at these 2 products, before you choose between them, seek advice from each product vendor before choosing. Thank you very much for watching this presentation.